Where is he?
My name is Nicholas Copernicus, and I have spent most of my days trying to figure out and disprove the Church's theory of the geocentric model of the universe. The geocentric model of the universe is the Earth is at the center of the universe, with the stars, planets, and everything else in the universe revolving around it. But I have managed to disprove that with science, and I have came up with a new model, the heliocentric model of the universe, which is based around how the sun is at the center, not the Earth. Right, get that right. Alright, and how everything revolves around it. Okay, goodbye. I'm too lazy to read. Hey, mister, can you tell me all about the scientific method? And I know you're not a stranger because I've seen you before.
Really? Well, why not? Okay, so the first person to ever make the scientific method for all the 4 steps was a man named Francis Bacon. This person, what he did was that in the first step into making the scientific method, what you're supposed to do is to describe and observe a subject. Okay, so that's the first step. The second step is trying to make a hypothesis, which is basically trying to make an assumption of what your results might or might not be. Okay, which is also an educated guess. And the third step is trying to test your hypothesis and testing it into an experiment. Okay, so this is the third step. And the last and final step, which is the fourth step, you have to get your results, which in turn result into either your hypothesis was wrong or it feels right.
Wow, mister, that was really useful. Alright, I'll be on my way now. Oh, wait.
After the ideas from Copernicus, a lot of people got influenced by these ideas, and one of these people are Francis Bacon, in which he listed 4 steps to the scientific method. The next person was Isaac Newton, in which he made the theory about universal gravitation. And the next person, William Harvey, was the first person to ever study medicine, and he learned that blood pumped through the heart and not the liver. And the next person, Galileo Galilei, was also the first person to ever invent the thermometer.
My name is Galileo Galilei. I am an Italian scientist and I made many scientific advances. Most of them challenged classical ideas. For example, my observation made with telescope clearly supported Copernicus' ideas of the heliocentric theory, which means that the Earth and the other planets revolve around the Sun, which contradicted the classical ideas of the Earth as the center and everything else, including the Sun, revolves around it, also known as geocentric theory. I also contributed a lot to the scientific revolution. For example, I invented the telescope and the thermometer, which is being used commonly in today's world.
Hey, Vsauce. Brian here. Welcome to another history lesson. Today we will be learning about the exploration side of the scientific revolution and exploration thing. Anyway, um, the story starts with Christopher Columbus, a sad, lonely man, a poor man. He was actually evil. Um, he wanted to find a new trade route to Asia, so he decided to go through a very original idea and plan and way. Straight to the other side of the ocean, which was unknown to them. Little did they know what they would end up finding, but in the meantime, Christopher Columbus had to convince King Ferdinand of Spain and Isabella. And so Christopher Columbus had managed to convince the King and Queen of Spain to donate them some ships and men, about 90 men. No one knows, no one cares. And so the journey had started. In August 1492, the expedition had started, and one fateful day, in October 1492, one of the sailors had called out, "Land!" And so, Christopher Columbus had sailed straight towards it. Little did they know what they would end up finding. And so, Christopher Columbus had ended up on one of the islands in the Caribbean Sea. Christopher Columbus had discovered the Americas, even though he didn't discover them because they already existed, but to Europeans, he wasn't the first European. You know what? He was important somehow, alright? Don't question it. Anyway, Spain and Portugal had gotten the Pope because they had a disagreement on who would get the rights to the land, and so they had gotten the Pope to draw an imaginary line on a world map at the time. And he drew it near the left edge, somewhere around there. And the Pope had said, Portugal gets the east of this map, all the land. Spain gets the left-hand side, the west. And so Spain was allowed to get almost all of the Americas, not including modern-day Brazil. Sir, we need an interview. We need to know about the Columbian exchange and stuff.
Although Christopher Columbus was not the first person to discover what is now present-day America, there was these people called the Native Americans. And what happened to them was that Christopher Columbus tried to get rid of all these Native Americans thanks to this disease. With the disease, over what people say 50 to 90% of the population of the Native Americans have gone either dead or just out of nowhere. And with this, no more Native Americans began the Columbian Exchange. With the Columbian Exchange, there was goods such as plants, food, animals, and even tobacco.
And thank you for your time, sir. I'll be on my way. Wow, I didn't think someone could know so much about that. Wait a minute. Ah! Tell me more ways. Tell me the ways.
I could, but I don't feel like it, okay?
You want me to steal your glasses?
Okay, so, more details about the Columbian Exchange. Most Europeans, they brought in wheat, onions, grape, sugarcane, and also oranges. Now to the other part, which is the Americas, what they were shipping to Europe was they brought in potatoes, corn, and pumpkins, and also pineapples. And they also brought in domestic animals, such as horses. And many of the Europeans also brought in some diseases. These diseases were smallpox and also measles.
Really? That's all you got? Alright, well then, I should probably steal your glasses anyway, but I'm too lazy. Goodbye. Oh, we have some real weirdos around here, man. Better get out of here before bad things happen.